Hello, DH8 Mouse Basic Function Setting. Let's enter the eHub Settings interface. Click Mouse. DPI Speed Options. Wheel option is adjust DPI as 10 DPI step. Long press the front side button M5 while scrolling the wheel to adjust DPI as 1 DPI step. Long press the rear side button M5 while scrolling the wheel to adjust DPI as 100 DPI step. Within the DPI speed option, the settings interface. Set X and Y. On the DPI speed page, click the left button to enter the settings option. After separately settings for X and Y, click right button to return to the DPI speed option. You can adjust the DPI for the X horizontal and Y vertical axes independently. Press the middle button to switch X and Y axes. Level. This is used to add DPI levels for the mouse. Click the left button to enter the profile editing page. Each level can set 7 different color light effects. Delete means delete this configuration. Click the right button to return the DPI speed page, and the middle mouse button can be used to select a DPI configuration. Polling rate. Also known as the return rate, you can select from 6 options ranging 125 to 8000 by scrolling the wheel on this page. Settings will take effect immediately after clicking the right button to return. X polling. Return to the polling rate interface. Scroll the wheel to adjust the polling rate in increments of 10. Long press the front side button M5 and scroll the wheel to adjust the polling rate in increments of 1. Long press the rear side button M4 and scroll the wheel to adjust the polling rate in increments of 100. Mapping. You can edit the functions of the 4 onboard configurations. Mapping types. Select the configurations you want to set. Click the left button to enter the mapping types page. There are several mapping types such as keys, macros, none/R+, etc. Let's start with the keys type. Select keys to enter the key editing page. Control keys. With the key options can set shortcut combinations like Ctrl+C, Ctrl+V in conjunction. If need to set a single key, set the combination key to none. Key options. It can set the keyboard/mouse keys, media keys, web page shortcuts, etc. Turbo click. After enabling, you can set the button to trigger the turbo click mode, including settings for triggers per second, press/release time, and random press/release time. Saving settings. After completing the settings, click the right button to return the onboard configuration page. Clicking return again will prompt you to save. The left mouse button is to save, the middle mouse button is to cancel, and the right mouse button is to return. Macro function. Firstly, select the button you want to set on the onboard configuration page. Enter the key type page and select macro to enter the macro editing page. You can select the trigger method for optional macro actions, macro switch keys, macro termination keys. Macro definitions allow you to add macro actions. Click the macro action with the left mouse button to enter the modify action page. The key options allow you to set the keys to be triggered. Actions. Can select the trigger method for this macro action, press or release. Action duration. This is the response duration for the current macro action. Note, when the macro action setting is press, the action duration represents the sustained response time of the current key. When the macro action is set to release, it represents the interval time to the next macro action. Random time. This is the random trigger time for the current macro action. Delete. Click the left button to delete the current macro action. Insert. Click the left button to insert a new macro action directly add after this action. Functions. Firstly, select the button you want to set on the onboard configuration page. After entering the key type page, select function to enter the function options page. Cycle DPI. Cycle through DPI configurations. Next DPI. Switch down in the DPI configuration list. Previous DPI. Switch up in the DPI configuration list. Increase DPI. Increase DPI value in 50 DPI step. Decrease DPI, increase DPI value in 50 DPI step. Dynamic DPI, press to temporarily change the DPI, revert after release. Switch 2.4G receiver, quickly switch the devices paired 2.4G receiver. Switch Bluetooth devices, quickly switch paired Bluetooth devices. Check battery, check the remaining battery. Launch, set quick launch for websites or applications. This function is only supported the installed version of PC Rawm Hub. Cycle onboard, cycle through the mouse's default 4 onboard configurations. Next onboard, only switch down the onboard configurations. Previous onboard, only switch up the onboard configurations. Start/stop EHUB, quickly start/stop the DH8's eHub mode. R+. Firstly, select the button you want to set on the onboard configuration page. After entering the key type page, select R+ to enter the R+ options page. Select a button to serve as the R+ activation button. On the R+ page, select the buttons that need to be triggered in combination. After setting the buttons, pressing the R+ activation button will switch the level to complete the combined trigger. Light effects. Mouse indicator light settings. Cycle, 7 flash colors cycle. Custom, you can choose or combine light effects from red, green, and blue. DPI level, only display DPI configuration light effects idle auto off. Stop displaying cycle/custom light effects when the mouse is idle/in sleep mode. Well, that's the content of the DH8 mouse basic function setting. Thank you for watching and supporting us. We hope this tutorial helps you better use the DH8 device. If you have any questions or suggestions, please feel free to contact us. Thank you all.